Katakatakang mahibang ang katulad ko sa'yo.
Magandang umaga, tanghali o gabi sa mga nanonood ngayon. Welcome to the Kultura Podcast, ang serye kung saan magkakaroon tayo ng masaya at makulay na kwentuhan tungkol sa mga isyong panlipunan at mga iba pang interesadong topic. Ako ang inyong host, Inigo, at dito hindi lamang basta't impormasyon ang ihahatid namin, kundi mga kwento, karanasan at inspirasyon na magpapasaya at magpapalawak ng inyong pananaw sa buhay. So sit back, relax, at samahan nyo kami sa isang makulay na paglalakbay. Let's get started. Ngayong araw, tatalakayin natin ang isang napaka-importanteng artikulo na tumatalakay sa isang konseptong malalim at makulay sa kulturang Pilipino. Ang konsepto ng kapwa. Kalakaran, kabuhayan at katauhan. Ang karaniwan at ang araw-araw sa Pilipino na isinulat ni Roberto Javier Jr. Ito ay isang malalim na pagsusuri sa kung paano ang kapwa ay hindi lang basta isang salita, kundi isang mahalagang prinsipyo na humuhubog sa ating pagkatao at sa ating pananaw sa buhay. Dahil ang usaping ito ay medyo complex at ang kapwa ay isang malalim na konsepto na tumatalakay sa ating kultura, pananaw sa trabaho at ang ating pakikisalamuha sa isa't isa. Nagsama ako ng mga eksperto upang mas mapalawak ang ating pag-unawa. Kasama natin ngayon ang tatlong espesyal na bisita na magbibigay linaw sa iba't ibang aspeto ng kapwa. Una, isang eksperto sa negosyo na magbibigay pananaw kung paano nakakaapekto ang kapwa sa ating work ethic at professional relationships, si Sofia. Kasunod, isang eksperto sa Filipino Studies na magbibigay ng mas malalim at na pagtingin sa kasaysayan at kahalagahan ng kapwa sa ating kultura, si Bea, at syempre ang ating linguista na magpapaliwanag kung paano ang wika at ang konsepto ng kapwa ay magkaugnay, si Jam. So, let's get started. Lahat naman dito, naunawaan naman yung main message ng ipinahayag ni Roberto Javier, no? At tanong ko lang, sa inyong tingin, bakit importante ang expertise sa konsepto ng kapwa?
So, hello, ako si Chami. Ako yung
Hello.
linguistics expert. What I focus on is mostly on studying the language, yung kasaysayan ng mga salita at iba pa sa Filipino language. So, nabasa ko yung article and my thoughts on it, it's mostly based, the evidence they use to support the claim is mostly based on linguistic research, I noticed. My thoughts on that as a linguistics expert is our language is mostly, it can be used as a history book to record the culture of our people and show our unique perspective on how we view these concepts that even though these words are used in other cultures as well, our own culture, Filipinos have a unique way of seeing them through our own unique experiences. So in the article, they connect the two topics of kapwa to business, and they use linguistics sa Filipino language to explain the reasoning and explain how the two concepts are connected, even though to the average mind, they don't have much connection, no? But since I'm the expert in linguistics, I don't have much to say for the Filipino studies and the business aspect. But ayun, that's my thoughts on what I noticed, how they utilize the Filipino language to bridge these two concepts.
Ay, ako si Bea. expert would be an overstatement, pero meron akong background in Philippine studies. So, meron akong idea on like, in general, what Filipino culture is, yung mga basics, ganun. Tapos, ako din, diba, as a Filipino, yung personal experience ko din. So, this is based on that. So, as per dun sa reading, sa totoo lang, medyo may mga parts na nahirapan akong intindihin. Specifically, yung mga business concept, although basic lalo lang naman siya na in-explain. Pero medyo nahirapan ako that. So, ako mismo, nag-focus ako dun sa parang Filipino-ness of it, yung sa papel. So, similar dun sa sinabi ni Jamie kanina, is that, ito yung mga pang-araw-araw, parte ng pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay nating mga Pilipino. So, may mga words na ginamit dun sa papel, kagaya ng kapwa, kalakaran, kabuhayan. May mga root words sila na bumubuo ng isang phrase na naging parte ng ating kultura. So, ito yung mga kagaya ng konsepto ng pamilya, ng bahay, na parang yung pamilya yung inuuwian natin. So, para na rin siyang bahay, yung mga ganun. So, ayun din, parang more of it's part of ng pang-araw-araw na natin na pamumuhay. Kaya hindi na natin siya masyadong nakahalataan. Pero yun na nga, yung sa business aspect, feeling ko mas ma-explain pa itong mabuti ni Kate. So, ayun lang naman for me.
So, moving on to the business aspect of the paper. While I understand what Bea meant when she said that it was like a bit on the more confusing end, it simply put, it tackles how work has become like an integral part of life, and how it manifests in our traits as Filipinos. So, as cited in the paper, to the Filipino people and to life as a whole, business is a unified experience that has become an integral part of human life. It brings us together to a shared goal. It heightens our bonds between colleagues whilst teaching us important life skills in the context of communication, coordination, problem solving, teamwork, and compromise. The paper gives how this is reflected in the lives of people, and how it can be seen manifesting in the manner in which leaders develop skills required to care for and look after those who are under their jurisdiction, and how working under the guidance of the supervisors teaches respect and the merit of taking into account other perspectives, in contrast to someone's own perspective. The importance of business in the lives of Filipinos is also recognized in how it has become a means of survival. Not only does it give meaning to our lives, to the lives of the countrymen, but it also does so alongside enriching our connections to our fellow citizens.
I agree with what Kate said, and also with what Bea said as well. Kasi these concepts, they're mostly common everyday, pang-araw-araw. The concepts, no, like business or kapwa, or language in general din, na you usually don't think about it on this deeper level. So, and I like this article for the reason that it asks these questions and brings up these topics that you don't usually think about, but actually have a big impact on our everyday life, and have a lot of influences in how we do business, in our unique culture, and what we can bring to the table as Filipinos that is unique to other global economies. So, ayun lang, that's my extra thoughts on that.
You guys do have some interesting insights, especially regarding how yung konsepto ng kapwa, it's more than just a word. Ayun nga, bawat profession nyo, may isang importanteng parte ng sa konsepto ng kapwa. Sa Filipino studies, ang kapwa ay isang sense of community. Sa linguistics, ang kapwa ay isang salita na tumutukoy sa pagkakaisa ng mga Pilipino, at sa business naman, ang kapwa ay tumutukoy naman sa lipunan at mga trabaho ng mga ibang mamayang Pilipino. So, tuloy-tuloy ang tayo. So, next question. Ano nga ba ang impact ng konsepto ng kapwa sa pang-araw-araw na buhay ng mga Pilipino?
I can go first na lang.
Ah.
So, I guess sa aspeto ng Philippine studies, it's more of yung Filipino identity, yung paano yung Filipino culture and values evolves through the years. Kasi feeling ko, itong konsepto ng kapwa tas nasa business is something na again, nasa parte na integral na parte na talaga ng ating buhay. So parang, I guess it's more of focusing kung paano siya nag-evolve through the years. Kaya siya importante sa buhay natin. Kasi, ito yung pinapamana, pinapasa natin sa mga susunod na henerasyon, sa mga taong nakakasalamuha natin. So, parang, in a way, nagpo-foster din siya ng sense of Filipino pride, I guess, kasi hindi man siya restricted sa mga Pilipino. Like, may iba-iba pang definition yung kapwa, pero parang, merong siyang definition na tayo lang nakakaintindi bilang Pilipino. Tapos, at the same time, parang gusto ko ma-emphasize na yung dun sa kapwa ay yung pagkakapantay-pantay ng katayuan bilang tao at kanilang pagkatao. So, parang sense of pagkakapantay-pantay among the Filipino people on a daily basis. So, in the context of maybe business or in the context of family lang or friends or like that. So, ayun. That's it for me.
So, I agree with Bea. Tulad yung sinabi niya na our Filipino culture is our heritage na we pass to future generations. Kaya it's important to preserve our culture, preserve our language, its origin and its meaning. And like we said kanina in the first question, these concepts are present in our everyday lives, but there's this article brings a deeper meaning to it and shows na it has a lot more influence than we think on the surface level. So aside from preserving our history, passing this knowledge to future generations, it can also be integrated in our everyday lives, like with the language that we use, how it evolves, and ayun din, applying it to business as this article suggests. These concepts can be applied to business and help us, especially with globalization, with interacting with other cultures. It's even more important now than ever to preserve our Filipino-ness, to say. Ayun.
Moving on to the business side of things, business is impactful because it plays an extremely vital role in the by providing the goods and services that fulfill their needs and wants, in turn keeping our society operating smoothly. Moreover, it ensures that the Filipino people have a means of survival by providing job opportunities that can help in the development of societal growth and progress. Moreover, business provides a significant contribution to the lives of individuals and entire communities beyond just providing a means of income, as it also brings people together in a shared endeavor, sparking a sense of camaraderie amongst colleagues and fostering social connections that promote innovation that can alter the trajectory of our country's future and improve relationships, which by extension improve upon the quality of life. Business remains an integral part within the lives of Filipinos as an essential part of the fabric of society. And yeah, that's all from me.
Napaka-interesting naman ang inyong mga insights. Interesting na makita yung concept ng kapwa sa ibang perspektibo sa bawat profession, no? Para sa akin, agree ako doon, especially na sa punto na ginawa ni Bea. Talagang binigyan mong diin kung paano nauugnay ang ating nakaraan at kultura bilang isang bayan sa pagtutulungan at pag-unawa sa isa't isa. Unfortunately, yun lang po yung masasabi ko ngayon kasi naubusan na tayo ng oras. So dito na po magtatapos ang ating episode. Maraming salamat sa ating mga bisita na naglaan ng kanilang oras at kalaman ngayong araw, at sa ating mga tagapakinig, maraming salamat din po sa patuloy na pagsuporta at pagiging bahagi ng aming podcast. Hanggang sa muli, mag-ingat po kayong lahat and bye-bye!